with you being all over the place, that goes back to what we were talking about. You're not going to prioritize your health.
Right.
Because you're going to be in all of these other, got your hand in all these other things. So something in your area is something in your life, some area of your life is going to lack. Right.
Yeah.
And, the last thing that you want is for which a lot of us are guilty of. Not just me, it's a lot of us are guilty of this. We don't prioritize our health. That's always at the bottom of the, like we always say, we go get back to it.
Yeah.
Right. And we often have to get back to it when it's too late, when something already happens to us.
When you laying up somewhere.
Yeah. And then now we're being more reactive than proactive.
Right.
About things.
Right.
Welcome back to another episode of We Are the Ones podcast. This is the podcast where we have extraordinary conversations with extraordinary people doing extraordinary things. What's good, Avi?
What's up, Jay? I'm good. It's us again.
It's just us again today. I love it when it's just us, though.
Yeah.
It's always a good time when it's just us, man. And, we always have some good conversations when it's just us.
Just a nice little flow of things.
Yeah, just a little flow, So let me turn around and look at you a little bit, So
You see my man. Do you see the professor right now? MD.
Go back on that main shot, brother. Let me show these folks. You see how
the socks?
Come on,
Come on.
Coordinate.
Point your toe.
Gotta coordinate. You know what I'm saying?
Point that toe. Let him see it. I know. Look at him.
Go. Hey, wait. Come on now. Go on my ISO shot.
Oh, here we go.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
He about to be on his Steve Harvey game in no time.
Nah. We had the mayor had his State of the City address today, so had the opportunity to go there, and it's just weird being on the other side of the State of the City because for a long time I was the guy who was kind of helping coordinate and plan the State of the City when I used to work for him.
Mm-hmm.
So just being on this side of things and seeing things from this side it's always different, and it's always good though because people always embracing me, saying, "Oh my God, Jamil, we miss you so much." I'm like, "Where was that when I was working here?"
You never get your flowers when you're in it.
It's all good, but like salute to them, man. Shout out to the mayor. Announced a lot of great things is happening throughout the city. Your taxes about to be going up though, just FYI.
That's not funny, Jamil. Like I'm still paying on student loans. That's really not funny.
But hey, it is what it is, man.
My gosh.
But it's cool though, man. But no, so had a great event today with him, and it was just funny though because like while I was there, my body was just feeling all weird and stuff, and I'm getting to that age, man.
We are
things just
getting
don't
to that age.
Things just not healing the same way, and they don't heal as fast anymore. The other day I was at an event. Shout out to the JQs. They celebrated their centennial celebration for their chapter here in Buffalo this year, and so I was there the other day at their event. And me, I'm always down for a good turn up.
Always.
I'm always down
He's
for a good turn up.
always using his knees when he don't have any.
Knees.
It's so interesting. And I make sure that I record it all the time like, yep, because 12 hours after this.
Listen,
12 hours after this.
It wasn't even 12 hours after that. It was like maybe 20 minutes after that. Like while I was still there. I had to sit down for a minute and I was just like, this is crazy because like at one point I'm telling you, I used to be literally the life of the party. Like I can go, I'm sweating crazy, I'm dancing, and I still got energy at the end of the night. It's not that way now.
Yeah.
And, the next morning, I was definitely feeling it the next morning. And I had put up a post on Facebook saying, I kind of said it in jest, but I was just like, I'm done with dancing. Like, if y'all see me out, don't try to pull me on the dance floor. Don't do none of that stuff because I'm done. I'm done with all this. Because my body just doesn't heal the same way. You know what I mean? And as I was thinking about it, I'm just like, as I said that as a joke, the seriousness of it, absolutely.
Some truth to that.
And it's just, and it just made me realize like how much that I think we, myself, but we, as we get older, we really have to make our health a priority.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's one area that I know I've struggled in for a long time. Like I have every other area of my life seemed like I got it together, right? But this one area has been and I'll be very open and transparent about it. Like, I've been very inconsistent in this area, and I've done everything. I probably ran through all of the trainers in the city, pause, ran through all of them, I'm friends with all of the trainers here, you know what I mean? I think I probably trained with just about every personal trainer there is in this area. I've paid, thousands of dollars for like personal training sessions and gym sessions and having multiple gym memberships and all this type of stuff. And I'm just like,
well, see, what was your reason for stopping that? Because when I got a personal trainer, I would say because my money was going there, I was going. So why did you stop?
I think it was because me and my trainers could really never get on the same page with scheduling, right?
Oh.
So like, because I understand they have their times and everything, but I'm a very busy person, right? So I think I needed like a real on-demand type trainer, you know what I mean? And salute to all of them, because I felt like when I was working out with them, I was seeing some of my best results, when I was working out with a trainer. And this is why I love like personal training and such, because, you get that direct attention with them. But it was just scheduling. We can never get on the same page with scheduling.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, and it was just like, you know what? I just can't, because like sometimes I work late nights, and like my late nights used to be late nights, so I'll go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't get up at 6 o'clock to go work out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I couldn't do that to myself and my body and such. So I'm like, all right, I got to figure out a way. So what I ended up doing during the pandemic, I saw a little ads on Facebook and everything. So I got the tonal.
Yes,
I got the tonal system.
Yes, you
right?
did.
So I have that in my basement right now. And I use it sparingly, but I use it, but the thing is, there's no excuse for me at this point.
Yeah.
I canceled all my gym memberships because I'm like, I literally don't need to go anywhere.
Your gym is right in the basement.
I have everything in my basement.
Everything.
I got the tonal down there. I have an exercise bike.
Yep.
I got the heavy ropes down there. I got the dumbbells. I got kettlebells down there.
You got everything down
there. I just bought a kickboxing bag down there. Everything.
Yep.
Everything I need. You know what I mean? So it's really no excuse.
Okay.
So I just really got to make it a point and a priority. But I don't know why that seems to be the one,
the one
inconsistent
area.
And I used to be like in shape.
Yeah.
Like I used to have like literally I used to have abs.
Oh.
I had me a little 6-pack at one point. Now I got a little onesie, so got a little onesie now, but I'm trying to get back. I got to get back. So,
well, I will say though, Jamil, you have been juicing more, which is good.
Yeah.
That's a start, because the thing about it is that people can want to lose weight, people can want to gain weight. Like me, I want to gain weight. Right? It's a lot of people who want to lose weight. And
you look great. You really don't need to gain weight.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you really don't.
I do though. Give me like 3-4 more pounds. But the thing about it is that I think what people need to realize is that it's really about what you eat as well. Because no matter what you do, if you're going to put those calories back on or not put in enough calories, it's not going to work at all. So I think you juicing is a really good start though.
Yeah. And what's funny? I was talking to my wife this morning about that. Exactly that. Just that point. Because I was telling her, I was like, I think with me, it's not a thing of, it's not that I don't like working. I love working out. I absolutely love working out. It's the diet part, right? And me making sure that I'm eating clean, because I feel like sometimes, like, if I'm eating dirty, if I'm not eating clean, what's the point of working out? You know what I mean? Because your diet is 80% of it.
It really is.
You know what I mean? It's like what you eat and what you put into your body, right? So, and I know me, I have a bad problem with like sweets and things like that. You know what I mean?
And chicken wings.
And
oh my gosh. Will this dude crush some chicken wings at every hour of the hour? It's a good thing since the pandemic that things are not open as late anymore in Buffalo, which is trash, because Buffalo is known for being open late.
Yeah.
But this one right here, if he's up at 3, he's getting him some chicken wings at 3.
Not anymore.
I'm just saying, if it was.
I can't do it anymore because I can't eat past a certain time now. And again, this goes into not really taking care of myself the way I really should have been, because, with the acid reflux and all that, I can't eat past a certain time.
Yeah.
Because if, and again, I'm being fully transparent right now. Like, I have this condition called GERD, right? So, and I forget what it's some type of gas. I can't even, don't even get me trying to remember what the acronym stands for, but it's essentially my acid reflux, right? And at night, if I eat past a certain time, I will regurgitate all of that stuff, and I will wake up in the middle of the night feeling like I'm choking to death. Yeah, and I'm like, I'll have food coming through like my nose, and like it's like, and you get this burning sensation, so in your throat and everything. So I don't eat past a certain time anymore.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which one is kind of good because you really shouldn't be eating too late anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I wish that wasn't the reason.
But at least it's stopping you from doing it in a way.
Yeah.
But with that, is there a way for you to get rid of that, or is that just a thing now?
No, you can definitely get rid of it. I mean, obviously there are over-the-counter medications and such, and I'm not big on over-the-counter medications. I'm not big on medications at all. There's one that I have to be on because of my blood clot situation. But any other medications, like if I get sick, I just let it ride out. You know what I mean? I don't like taking medications and such. I don't like taking cold medicines and things like that. If I have to, I will, but I don't like to, right? So, but there are medications that can help with that, right? But the main thing is through your health and your wellness and your fitness and making sure that you're eating right, eating clean, you're exercising, right? Because I think what I have, because of this little onesie that I have, the only thing, what it is in this onesie right here is, let me turn this around too, because y'all ain't getting paid for that. But this onesie is, I have abs. I absolutely have abs, but I just have this layer of visceral fat that's over the abs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and this is why it causes the stomach to kind of poke out. It's crazy because sometimes I'll be going back and looking at some of the podcasts that we shot, and I'm just like, dog.
He does this all the
crazy.
time.
I look crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, because it's like I'm skinny fat. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have a lot of muscle on me, but I got the fat around like my midsection area. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I just don't like the way I feel. I don't like the way I look.
Well, the thing with you though, Jamil, I know that you're really good on being challenged because that's the one thing when you got Tony, you was like, yo, Avi, why don't we work out together? Because I really need like some sort of accountability partner. So is that another thing too, especially with you and Sally? Like, are y'all trying to have that accountability?
Yeah,
with
for
each
sure.
Other?
Like we've certainly talked about it, and wanting to do things because we want to be healthy together, but also too, we just want to be healthy for our son, right? You know, because he's getting to the point where he's moving around, he's very active right now, and you got to be able to keep up with him. You know what I mean? But accountability that's huge for me. Like it's for a couple reasons. One, because I feel like we can kind of help hold each other accountable. But also at the same time, to the point that you just made, I've always been one like to look at things as like a challenge, not in like a real like super competitive way. Like right. I'm like it's me against you. Right. You know what I mean? But it's just like, but almost in that sense, but just not in a way where I'm really like for real trying to compete against you. You know what I mean? Like it's just so having that challenge kind of helps me, keep at it. We used to work with a trainer. Shout out to Coach Koo.
Shout out.
So Koo one time,
Coach Koo,
man. So I was working out with him, right? And so he had me and his other dudes. It's me, him, and he was training me and one other guy. So he had us going back and forth doing like
the curls.
The curls, right? So it was just like I do one, the dude had to do one. I did two, the dude had to do two, and we just had to go into a failure, right? So I got to the point, so I did one, I did two, I did three, I did four, and I think I went up to about maybe about 40 that I did. So you got to think, too, that's 40 plus 39 plus 38 plus 37 plus 36.
Oh, my gosh. That is fatigue.
No, it wasn't fatigue. I completely damaged my arms and injured myself with that. You know what I'm saying? I could not, and Kwaku would tell you, like, my arms was like, they were stiff like this for like 2 weeks. I could not bend my arms either way. I was literally walking around like this for 2 weeks. I was in so much pain. It was crazy. It was crazy. So I was just like, you know what? But that's the thing. I just have this competitive nature in me. I was an athlete when I was younger. I've always just had this competitive spirit about me, right? So you're not going to outwork me. That's how I feel. Like, you're not going to outwork me. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I'm at home and, I got, like I said, got the tonal at home, and Avi, she comes over from time to time to work out on the tonal, and I see, so on a tonal, you have, how much total weight that you were able to lift, right? So I started working out before her, obviously, because I had it before you started. But Avi, she's a beast out here. You know what I'm saying? Avi a beast on this thing. And so every once in a while, I'm like, let me see where she is, how much total weight.
You was scoping my.
I was like, I logged right into her account. I was just like, let me see how much total weight she got on here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, I think I got her. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm about to crack that 200K. You know what I'm saying?
Are you now?
Yeah. I'm about to crack 200K.
Okay.
But, the great thing is, like, these things actually work.
Yeah.
Like, these things work. You just have to put in the work for you to see the results.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm just like, and especially as entrepreneurs too, like, we have to put up, there's a rigor when it comes to entrepreneurship, right? It takes a lot from us. We're, on the go a lot. We constantly in between meetings, so we got to eat between meetings and things like that. So we don't really have the time and the capacity to really eat clean the way we really, really want to. But again, we can't use that as an excuse either, right? So, but we got to have clear mind, body, and spirit in everything that we're trying to do.
Right.
And the best way to do that is through our health and wellness. Right?
Well, that's why I think meal prepping, even though I don't do it, but I really do see the importance in it now. But we have in Buffalo, we have a lot of talent when it comes to, people who are doing meals for us and preparing meals for us. So there's really, like you said, there's no excuse. So even if you meal prep on your own, or even if you buy into one of the chefs or one of the places out here that are actually preparing meals for exactly what you want. Like if you actually want to lose weight, they'll prepare your meals like that. And if you want to gain weight, they'll prepare your meals like that. Like they're big on, I know Coach Koo, his wife, they're big on like macros and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's things out here where you don't even have to worry about what you will eat. There's things out here to do that. So it's really,
you gotta put me on, because like, you really gotta put me on, because I'm trying to like find, I tried the meal prep thing and I just don't like leftovers. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like,
I kid you not.
I know Avi is the type of person, she'll eat food 2 weeks later.
Let me say something. That spaghetti you had on Monday, you having it again next Monday.
Yeah,
I tell you that right now.
You'll have it the Monday after that too.
Boss man, let me say that right now. That goulash you ate on Tuesday, you gonna eat it again next Tuesday.
Goulash sounds good. I haven't had goulash in a while. Man.
I'm telling you, yes.
Yeah, so she's good on that. I'm not. It depends on what it is that you make too, right?
That's true.
Sally cooked some. It was like this butter chicken and rice, like the Indian.
In a crock pot.
Yeah. Next day it wasn't that good.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my God! It was dry. Certain things. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe I need to try the meal prep thing again. Because it'll stop me from being out here purchasing all crazy food. But the good thing, like today, for example, I didn't eat until really late. I didn't eat till almost 4:00. You know what I mean? I didn't really try to go for the quick fast food. Let me go grab something from through the drive-thru. Like, even when I went to the grocery store to grab something to drink, I was like, I just need something to snack on real quick, right? And it was like this little strawberry parfait thing, and I was just like, so I grabbed it real quick, and I was like, Jamil, you got goals, bro. And I just put it back. You know what I mean? So,
but that's also not good though, Jamil. Like the way that you have your body wait to eat, that's not good either. Yeah,
no, that wasn't intentional though.
Okay,
that wasn't intentional today. It was just a lot going on today, and I just didn't get a chance to eat and I didn't make the best decisions, because again, we were at the event today, and I was trying to get some. I tried to grab something to eat beforehand, but the restaurant was closed, and they didn't want to close. They didn't have any food, so I went there. They was like, "Oh no, we out today." I'm like, well, "Why y'all open?" I'm not gonna say who they were.
I was about to say, boss man, I got an idea, because I've been saying for years, somebody needs to go check that restaurant out.
I'm not gonna say who they were, but
I bet I know.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably know, but they haven't got any food. You know what I mean? So
surprised.
I had to wait until after the event. Until I was able to eat, and they had like this little get together, little kind of happy hour, post event situation over there. So I just had like a little small sub and a couple slices of pizza.
Well, as far as entrepreneurs, when we talk about health and wellness, let's talk about the things that actually does work when it comes to health and wellness. what have you done before, or even now, that does work when it comes to your health and wellness, being an entrepreneur?
Making sure that I have a lot of water intake.
Very true.
It's been very helpful for me. I know, it was always the sugary drinks and things like that, and I'm just like, yo. And the crazy thing is, like, every time I would drink that stuff, I would feel like crap afterwards.
Would you get a headache too?
I get headaches, all that stuff. It feels good in the moment going down.
Oh, for sure.
Like, oh my God, this is the best looking berry ever. You know what I mean? It tastes like steak. You know what I'm saying? But then the after, it's just like, yeah, I just don't.
Yeah, it ain't worth it.
Like I didn't make the best decisions. And then, you get that feeling when you feel bloated and things like that. So I'm like, you know what? Let me make water a priority, and as a staple in my diet, And you can do different things with your water, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like drinking water. You can do different things. You can do like infused waters and things like that. You know what I mean? Throw like some cucumbers or some mint in your water, some lemon, some fruit in your water, and it tastes really, really good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's been big for me, like making sure that I have like a lot of water in my diet. What about you?
I would say for me, it's probably cutting off from the world, honestly.
What do you mean by that?
Like there's moments where I will not answer my phone. There's moments where
I know that.
I put it on.
I know that. She constantly sending me the voicemail.
That's not true. That's not true. He over here joking. That is not true.
She would send me the voicemail in a heartbeat, y'all.
That is absolutely not true. I don't be sending him the voicemail. That's not true.
You just don't pick up.
That's true. But I text him. I'm like, "What's up, Jimmy?"
She just don't pick up.
But I text him though. I do. I always get back. To him. Right. But it's just having that moment, because I've noticed that I need more silence in my life, because I'm always hearing somebody else's voice. I'm always, whether you're watching TV or you're watching a podcast, it's just always noise, and I just really want more silence around me, more peace around me. So just like cutting off the outside world has been something that I've been practicing more of.
And no, honestly, that's important too. making sure that you have those moments of like stillness in your life, because you're able to hear. Like this coming from a spiritual perspective, right? You're able to hear from God more of what you ask Him for certain things, and He's able to reveal to you what those things are. But oftentimes, like, you're not able to hear those things because you're all of the busyness. Yeah. So Russell Simmons, shout out to Russell Simmons, Uncle Rush, man. He wrote this book called Success in Stillness. It's one of my favorite books that I've read, and he talks about that. He talks about like just the importance of just like having those moments of just like kind of solitude and having taking moments of like and practicing meditation and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's real power in that stuff. It's real power in. And just being still in the moment, because again, the noise and the distractions, that stuff is always going to be there.
Always, it's
always going to be there. So at some point, you'll be able to get back to that stuff. But if you're just like always immersed in the madness of it, then it's gonna be a lot.
Absolutely. And I even have this app. It's a meditation app, and it actually teaches you certain practices and certain things of like how to meditate even deeper. And I completely love it. I will I don't know it off the top of my head, but I will definitely let you know. It's all the way over there. Oh. Yeah, it's all the way over there. I know. I wish I knew so I could tell y'all too.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. We gotta share with the folks.
I know. My bad, y'all.
Get this phone real quick, man.
Oh boy, Jesus be a fix.
You gotta get the name of this app. Yeah. We gotta share with the people. We gotta share.
I know,
that's the whole thing of sharing resources and stuff.
Okay, it's called Balance.
Balance. Okay.
Yep, it's called Balance, and it's so good because it takes you. It's only 10 minutes long. Every single day, you have something new to do. It's teaching you how to breathe correctly. It's teaching you how to focus on your breathing. It's teaching you how to label things, because even when you meditate, thoughts still come, right? So it's teaching you how to label things so that you can label it and it can move on. Sometimes when we're still, we feel things in our body too, like we can feel aches and pains. It will teach you how to label that so that your mind can acknowledge it and move on. So it's really just showing you how to get into a space where all you're doing is focusing on your breathing, which takes you just deeper into a still state. I love it.
That's amazing.
So I've been doing that more too.
No, that's amazing. And I know for years I was, practicing meditation, and honestly, I really contribute that to the headspace that I'm in right now, right? Because, and I talk to you about this all the time, how like these last 3 or 4 years have been probably the best years of my life and the most peaceful that I've been, right? I haven't had a lot of stress, over the last 3 or 4 years or so. And because right before that, I was deep into like meditation, right? I was deep into like practicing, that mindfulness and saying no to a lot of things too.
That's huge too.
Saying no to a lot of things.
Too. Yep.
Because again, when you are someone of value or you offer a lot of value, people will pull you in every different direction. So you got to know when to cut that stuff off.
Absolutely.
Right? Because, you just can't be all things to all people. Right? You just can't.
You will burn out.
And then with you being all over the place, that goes back to what we were talking about. You're not going to prioritize your health.
Right.
Because you're going to be in all of these other, got your hand in all these other things. So something in your area something in your life, some area of your life is going to lack. Right.
Yeah.
And the last thing that you want is for which a lot of us are guilty of. Not just me, it's a lot of us are guilty of this. We don't prioritize our health. That's always at the bottom of like we always say we go get back to it.
Yeah.
Right. And we often have to get back to it when it's too late. When something already happens to us.
When you laying up somewhere.
Yeah, and then now we're being more reactive than proactive.
Right.
About things.
Right.
So, and we don't want y'all to be, reactive when it comes to your health, because the last thing you want is to be laid up somewhere.
Yeah.
And you feel like that you gotta, you gotta pump all these pills and all of this medicines and stuff into you just to get you right again.
And it's something that I say, and my friend said it to me years ago, and this is like one of my models of life. Every good thing is not a God thing. Like make sure you're doing your God thing and not just a good thing, because good opportunities will come. But if that is not a God thing, don't do it, because I had this, I don't know if I was talking to God at the time, but it's one of those things where you come to God after you're burnt out or you're tired, and you're like, man, God, I'm doing all of this good stuff, but I'm so burnt out. Like, when is that strength, renewing my strength going to come? And he's like, I never told you to do that.
Right.
Like, I never told you to do that. So yeah, it could be a good thing, but if it's not a God thing, you're using your own strength to do things that I never told you to do.
Right.
So I think that's important too. Like, you don't have to say yes to every good thing. You have to say yes to your God thing, because that's where your strength is going to come. That's where your wisdom is going to come. That's where everything that you need is there. You will lack nothing if you're doing your God thing and not just a good thing.
That's a fact. That's a whole bar right there. Let me ask you, Avi, how do you, what do you do? What are the things that you do to prioritize your health? Like, how do you prioritize your health?
How do I prioritize my health? I think, what I started doing, because I haven't been doing tono much, is because I've been at home. Because what I want to start doing is putting it in the midst of my day. Okay. So I'll work for like 4 hours and then say, okay, stop, break. Work out for at least 20 minutes. Like, you got at least 20 minutes, Aviance. So I just try to incorporate it in my day somehow, and not have it be like okay, I have to stop, I have to change, I have to get into my car, I have to go to a gym. You don't have to do all that just to have some consistency to start prioritizing things. So that's where I started with. I'm like, Aviance, let's just learn how to put it in your day with not going anywhere. That's like, good. You can still do something right now.
Like, what is, like, so, somebody's listening right now, they like us, they got a lot going on, they got families, they got jobs, they got businesses and such. They want to work out, they want to prioritize their health, but they like, I don't have a lot of time. What's something they can do for like 20 minutes?
So something that I do, so I get bands, because for me, I like working on my lower part, because I'm trying to get my butt without the BBL. So we got that. Okay, boss man, you know what I mean? Got to get it naturally now. So I put a band on, and even though I'm sitting down and still working, if you just you know, that's working that. Yeah. And then I have another band where you can still be sitting down and you put it underneath your feet, and now you take that band and now you're working this part. You know what I mean? So it's just little things like that. Like you don't have to go far, you don't have to do much, but at least do something to start working muscles. So it's just little things that you could do like that.
Yeah, and I know for us too, especially living here in Buffalo, we would be outside more. You know, I know like when it's warm outside, I like to walk. We live close to each other, so it's a nice walkable neighborhood. And, you know, you like to get out and just walk, but it's just hard to do that when it's 40 degrees outside. It's May 1st and it's still 45 degrees outside.
I can't seriously. So that's where you just have to find other ways. Like, you have to do it. Yeah. You have to do something.
Yeah, because at the end of, like you said, it's really no excuses at the end of the day. I don't care how busy we are. We have the time. It's just like how we prioritize in the time that we do have. And again, like you said, how are we incorporating our health and wellness into our day? So I know for me, like I said, this morning I woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm feeling crazy this morning. I feel like my hip was about to fall off my body this morning, man. And I was like, you know what, I'm like, Jamil, you actually like working out, bro. I'm having this conversation with myself this morning. I'm like, yo, bro, you really like working out. You have the tonal downstairs in the basement. Your exercise bike, I got to get it fixed, but you got an exercise bike down there too. Like, commit yourself, Jamil, to 3 months, 90 days. 90 days, bro. Because the one thing about me is that I've always had vision, right? And I can literally see myself with abs. Maybe because I had them before. You know what I'm saying?
So you know exactly what that looks like.
I can see myself just taking off my shirt on the middle of a podcast and y'all see some abs just popping out.
In the middle of the podcast.
In the middle of the pod. I'm going to do that. I'm telling you, watch.
Hey, I'm not throwing no money over there. So I don't know what he's going to be doing that for.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Some sponsors will or something. Get a brand deal off of it or something. You know what I'm saying? But no, because like I literally see this transformation in my head happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of it too. Like if you can see yourself, oftentimes people can't even see themselves. They just see themselves as just like, you know what? I'm out of shape. You know, I'm unhealthy. That's just the way. Like for me, I'm not satisfied with that. Yeah. I've had some health issues. Yes, I've had some health issues. I haven't been the most consistent with working out, but I still see myself. I literally see myself like being in the best shape of my life at 40 plus years old. You know what I mean? So, and I'm just like, I can do it. So I'm like, Jamil, all right, commit yourself to 90 days, bro. 90 days. Like, you're going to eat healthy. You ain't going to eat a bunch of junk. I did come in here with a Snickers today, but
hungry? Why wait?
Why wait? Because I was hungry. That's why, But after today, like I'm really, really gonna make sure that I'm like committing myself to like to this thing. And it was one of the things I really thought about, like even documenting my process too.
That'll be good.
Yeah, like when I say document, I mean like publicly document, like so people can see my journey along the way. But a part of that though, like I've always wanted to do that, but there's this vulnerability that goes along with that, because I'm really just exposing all of myself, all of my insecurities out there to the world. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very confident in just about everything in my life, with the exception of like health, wellness, my body, and things like that. That's why I have little areas of insecurity.
That's interesting, because now I feel like if you did the uncomfortable thing, you'll probably get the results that you want.
I think so, because it's like now you put yourself out there.
Yeah, it's accountability now.
You putting yourself out there. Yeah. But the only reason I haven't done that is because you got those assholes that's out there that's probably going to see a picture of me with no shirt on or something. And don't get me wrong, I don't look terrible without clothes on. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I got a low belly, but it ain't hanging. I ain't got no stretch mark. It ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just poking out a little bit. You know what I mean? So, but it's some people who will probably see that, and like even in the midst of you, in your journey and trying to get better, you're gonna have some assholes out there who's gonna try to take that. And like I got some asshole friends too. You know what I mean? So some of my friends, they would probably take that, and I know a couple guys that I'm thinking of right off the top of my head, man. Like they'll take that and like it'll be in all types of group chats and everything. You know what I mean? So I think that's been the thing that's been kind of like I don't know.
That's okay. They can laugh then, but later, they gonna wish.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think I should do that. I think I should. You think I should do that?
I think you should. I think you should. I think that's a level of accountability that you really need. And honestly, Jamil, with you being who you are, people gonna want to see it.
Yeah.
People gonna want to see it. And let me just say this too. So even though Jamil is saying that he wants to do a 90-day thing, sometimes even being a visionary and seeing things as big as that could be overwhelming or over consuming. So even if you start small, just say, hey, for the next 3 days, I'm gonna do this, and then take a break. Okay, break. Next 3 days, I'm gonna do this. And even if you take it just in micro bites, you ended up eating a whole elephant.
Yeah.
So just know that you don't have to, do like, oh, I'm gonna do 30 days. No, just start small, because sometimes starting big with a number like that can be a little overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming. And I think that's the thing oftentimes that deters people from wanting to and to continuing in their,
for sure.
in their quest to get healthy and such. That's why really at the beginning, like, we see gym memberships like pop up, like, gym memberships go crazy at the top of the year because everybody got their New Year's resolutions, New Year, New Me, and all this other nonsense. Let me not say it's nonsense. I don't want to throw salt on people like it's not nonsense.
Okay.
It's not nonsense, but we hear it and see it all the time. That's why I don't make New Year's resolutions. I'm just like I just have goals for the year, and hopefully I hit. And most of the times I do hit my goals, but this is one area that I'm just like, what? I think I am going to document this process.
I think you should. I'm gonna hold you to it, boss man. We're gonna hold him to it.
I think.
All right. All right. You got two of us right here.
Y'all want to do it with me?
Okay, so we're going to wrap this podcast up. We're going to wrap it
Yo, boss
up
man,
right
you want to come
here.
work out with me, bro? Come on, man. You want to work out with me, bro?
Look inside.
He said, what? You work out with me? I can set you up a profile on the tunnel, bro. You hear this now? You hear this?
I hear it. I'm a witness to it. Okay, boss man.
I'm dead ass serious too, bro.
Boss man got some reasons to get right. You know what I'm saying?
Don't put my man business out there
I'm
and
not.
fresh you like that.
See, I didn't even say all that. I just said he got some reasons. That's all I said.
What's the reasons though?
See, now that's you being messy. That's you being messy. Wrap this up, Jamil.
All right, to wrap it up,
Trying to get people.
I really want people to make sure that they are making their health a top priority in their lives. We could be doing all other things, all great things in our businesses, with work, with our families and such. But if we don't have our health, it's all for naught.
Yeah.
It's all for naught. So make sure that your health is a priority. A couple of years ago when I got hit with this blood clot diagnosis in my leg, I went on live. And I just got out the hospital, and I was really vulnerable in that moment. So I went on Facebook Live, and I actually got really emotional talking about it as I was live. And I had so many people hit me up afterwards, though, and was just like, yo, thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Thank you for sharing it. So,
yep.
So yeah, I think man,
you should. God, he will.
I can't believe I'm about to do
this.
He
will.
Man. I can't believe I'm about to do it.
Come on, it's May 1st. Let's do this. It's May 1st.
May 1st. I got
Perfect.
I'm going out of town. I'm going out of the country next week, but hopefully they got a little gym or something. But
he said, "But
no buts,
okay,
buts, no buts.
Okay,
I actually have this. I have this workout machine. It's called a Reg Fit. So it's like these resistance bars or whatever. So and it's more for strength training and everything. So I'm gonna take that with me.
Okay.
So cause I don't know if they're gonna have. Cause I'm going to Jamaica. I don't know if they're gonna have. They should have workout facilities.
Well, they definitely gonna have a beach. You could do a lot on that. Ain't never heard husband. You know what I mean? Got the sand, got the water, got some resistance against you.
Definitely do a lot on the beach. Definitely do a lot on the beach.
Listen, that's between you and yours, okay? Whatever exercise you want to do on that beach.
We're gonna be using all exercise. Kid free too. Shit. You rather be doing all the exercises.
You might lose some pounds.
Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of We Are the Ones podcast. Make sure you follow us on all the streaming platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and even on Audible. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us across all of our streaming platforms. Social media platforms at We Are the Ones podcast.
And remember, keep winning on purpose because you are the one we have been waiting for.